think we're in a good spot, so I'm gonna start now. All right, you ready? Hi everyone, I really hope you guys are having a wonderful New Year's, or like had a wonderful New Year's. It is actually New Year's Day right now for me as I'm filming this and editing this and all of that jazz. Normally I am not a big resolution person by any means. I think that I am one of those people. I think that you can just choose any time to just continuously grow, and I don't normally get caught up in the whole experience of New Year's, but this year there's just something about it that I am, and I've never actually written out a list, especially as an adult, if I can be called an adult. I've never written out a list of resolutions, so I did that for like the first time ever. I will say that I didn't really write a strict list of resolutions. I more or less wrote out my priorities and like some things I want to achieve. That is resolutions, isn't it? Well, either way, I decided I really wanted to like reaffirm my priorities to myself, and so that's what I did. And if I'm talking different or like quieter than usual, it's because Zach is sitting right in the room next to me and the door doesn't close, and so I'm just really self-conscious of hearing myself talk right now. Let's jump into the priorities and resolutions. All right, so my first priority, and this is like my first total priority, and that's something that I really want to make very just number one, and that's my health. And like I know right now everyone is probably doing that. Personally, I am not looking to lose weight. I think that'd be great. Like honestly, would not complain. I have become very aware that I don't have great health, and I'm not able to do a lot of the things that I want to and should be able to do. Like I'm not able to perform all of the tasks at work because of my spine problems. Just in general, there's a lot of things I would really love to be able to do, and I need to take better care of my health in order to be able to do them, and also just to improve my quality of life. And so some of the things I want to do for my health is to buy a pole. I don't think I've talked about this on my channel, but I used to do pole fitness. Yeah, pole dancing is another word for it, but when you can't dance, you don't want to call it dancing. I suck at dancing. So I am going to buy a pole for us to install in our house. This is going to take a little bit longer. Right now we're not financially stable, and it's just sort of hard to save money when you don't have money. Like, you know, it's impossible to save money when you don't have money. So like right now I might be putting in like 20 bucks and then taking out 30 from my savings account just so that we can have groceries. Right now a poll isn't gonna happen, but I am really hoping that like either by my birthday or by the end of the year we will be, you know, fully good to go, and that I'll have been able to save up and buy my pole. I've had it picked out for years, and like aside from just like all of the physical things, that is something that I was so passionate about, and it just brought me so much joy, and I get like super excited and super amped up when I think about having a pole in the house. So that's something that I really do want. I really need to start going to the chiropractor. That is something that I can do right now, or I can do when my car is working. I haven't discussed it because I haven't been doing verbal check-ins in my vlogs, but my tags are expired, and they expired right before Christmas. It's been really hard to get to the DMV, and right now I'm about to work 8 days in a row, so I don't know when we're getting to the DMV, but hopefully it'll be really soon because I need to start going to the chiropractor again. I feel so lazy not going, or not even lazy, I just feel like I'm letting myself down a little. And obviously I do want to start working out more, and that's something that I started doing regardless. I've made myself work out at home. I think I've told you guys I don't like working out at home, and I haven't done any crazy intense workouts, but 10 minutes working out is a heck of a lot better than none. And I've been doing like 2 of those a day, so nothing major, but like I'm actually getting sore from it. So I'm just gonna keep it up and try and push it further. I do want to start eating better whole foods, which is really hard to do because like right now we can't afford groceries. So I'm just trying to be more conscious of my food choices and doing the best I can. Okay, so my second priority of 2018, and also I'm not like listing these by like how much they actually do mean to me. Health was first because that was like this is the main thing. Everything after that, it's not a this is how important it is. It's just sort of a that's how my brain was going. Second on my list is job. I enjoy my job, but I am not physically capable of doing all the tasks that I need to, like I just said. And honestly, I feel like I would be happier with an office job. When I worked at the bank as a teller, loved that job. Like, oh, and it wasn't even just like the fact that it was a more relaxed job. It was, which was fantastic. I was good at that job. I really, really enjoyed working on Excel all day and doing worksheets and creating formulas, and oh my god, it was so much fun. It was something that I really enjoyed, and I would love to either find a teller job or just find a job like a receptionist job or something. Also, I would like to have a job with more hours or a more structured schedule. This is more like a little bit because, you know, scheduling wise, it can be really hard to plan everything that I need to plan. I have like different hours every single day. I need a steadier paycheck. Like sometimes my checks are like really great and then I'll go through like weeks of it being less than $100, and it's just a big mess. I like my job. I like working there and I like my coworkers a lot. It's a lot of fun, and I also need a steady paycheck. Okay, so next on the list is home. I have been realizing again, like as we've really settled into the house and like things are coming out of boxes or things are staying in boxes because we don't have places for them to be and things like that, I would really like to get all of the basic necessities that we need. Like we don't have mixing bowls for the kitchen. Like we have all these bowls for me to make soap with, but we don't have any for the kitchen. And I need like a new shower curtain. Almost every room in the house needs at least one light bulb. Like we need one in the laundry room, we need like 3 in the bedroom. I think I need like 10 in my craft room. You can't tell because I've got lighting up right now, but like normally if you've seen my vlogs, especially lately, there's so many lights that are like just blown out that it's dark in here and it gets really hard to work. The half of the room that like my office setup is on, I have just a really cheap stand-up lamp with a really dull bulb in it and a bulb across the room. Like that's my only light, and it's stressful. And I also just in general want to start cleaning more. Like Christmas is that time of year where I get so busy with Etsy that I stop adulting. Like unless it's Etsy, like, and I know you guys know this from my channel, I stopped, like I went hyper focused on Etsy, made sure I got all my orders done, but I stopped cleaning, I stopped posting, no, it was bad. And so I want to build up better habits and really like start cleaning. And I'd also like to build those habits up like strong enough that instead of taking, you know, 8 hours a day and working only on Etsy, I might like, well, maybe 8 hours. 8 hours sounds rational, but that I was doing more than 8 hours and I know I was. You know, just take 20 minutes and clean things other than just doing dishes. Speaking of Etsy, let's talk about Etsy. So I am slightly tweaking my brand, and it's like the most minor thing, but I have like really been trying to make sure that my fonts are what I want. I kind of want to incorporate the brand through not just my Etsy, but through my YouTube channel and through my blog. And so I'm like, I had a set of fonts for my YouTube channel and then a set for my Etsy shop, and so I'm like merging them. You know, that'll travel through to the blog. Product wise, I really want to pushing out better products. I would like to have sets of products for more options. I want to do 2 soaps a month, which I have them all planned out. I'm like so excited for some of these soaps that I have planned out. But I want to start doing at least 2 a month, probably more in certain occasions. I've got one of the January soaps done already, that it was done at the end of December, and I've got the stuff for February soaps. I've got the stuff for the other January soap right now, and I'm learning this after the last 2 soaps have gone a certain direction, probably more than 2. This room is so cold, it is sort of ruining the swirls in my soap. And it's so cold not because of all of these windows, these wonderful, wonderful windows. It's cold because the walls were sort of DIY'd by the previous owners, and there's a gap between the wall and the floor all the way around the room. Back in the summer, I did a vlog clip that showed that there was like a gigantic weed that had grown under the wall and was like growing up the wall inside the house. And that's just letting in so much cold air, and it's so cold. And it's, if you make soap, then you probably already know this, cold soap gets hard really fast. And so it's not great for me. I also want to start making at least one amigurumi a month. I really like to crochet my ami. I've never done a knit one. I just don't like the style as much, but I want to do a crocheted ami, and I also want to publish the pattern for it. So that would, one, give me 12 stuffed animals and 12 patterns to sell in my shop. I also want to start like bringing in more basics like beanies and things like that. I do have some in my shop, but honestly, I don't have that much, and I could do a lot more considering how much I like to make them. Actually, I have like a whole box of cowls that I've made, and I don't think I ever listed them. So I'll probably get to that too. All right, let's talk about YouTube. I do not have milestone goals. I am not trying to put pressure on myself or my channel to say I won't be happy until I reach X amount of subs or X amount of views. I do track those, I do look at them, and I like, as I grow, I do go, yay! My goals for YouTube are more based off of what I can control. I want to do 2 videos a week, which is sort of the schedule that I've had for the last however long, but I really want to stick to the schedule is what I'm trying to say. I would like to reach 250 videos on my channel. I think the last time I checked, which was before this video went up, obviously, I was at like 145. So if I'm doing 2 videos a week, I actually stick to that. Even if I miss like 1 or 2 videos, I will have uploaded 250 videos in total of my channel by the end of the year, which would be super cool to say. I definitely want to improve my content, which is why I'm like being kind of picky and like refilming videos more than I ever have. It's also making me stutter less because I've repeated myself more than once, so that's good. And I do want to save up for a drone. Like, I don't know how feasible this is for 2018, but Zach and I have had the GoPro drone. If you guys have seen that, it looks super freaking cool. I love drone footage. I love like seeing things from that point of view, and so I think having that of where I live and where I'm at would just be super freaking cool. And now, I mentioned it earlier, but let's talk about my blog. I am launching a blog as of this week. It might be up as you're watching this. I mean, the website is up. It'll probably be linked below or here. I have an idea of the content I want to make. I'm essentially wanting to start a blog to have a written format of my videos because I am a lot better at writing than I am at talking. I want to post I want to post 2 blog posts a week, and they'll pretty much, like I just said, be like a written version of what we've talked about, but they might be a little more in depth on the blog, and I'm hoping to reach 100 posts by the end of the year. Next is my social life. I feel like I've gone and turned into a recluse. Honestly, I don't feel like I've been treating people very well, and I feel really bad about this. I really want to start showing the people around me that I appreciate them more. I feel like I haven't been telling my friends and my family how much they mean to me. It's not out of like a malicious intent, it's just, I don't know, I've got really reserved, and I also know like I've started complaining a lot more, and I want to stop doing that as much. So like a few days ago, I didn't have the conscious decision. I wasn't like, I need to be a more positive person, but I was like, I'm not going to complain today. So throughout the day, I just didn't complain, and I noticed an immediate switch from how I felt, how the people around me were treating me, and just in general. Yeah, so I definitely want to start doing that until it's a habit and it's not a conscious decision a conscious decision anymore. Yeah, I just in general like showing people that I care, even if it's not like a mushy gushy speech, because I don't want to make those unless I have to. And I don't want to have to make them. And the last topic I have is reading. I used to be the biggest bookworm, and you can like just look at my book collection and tell, yeah, no, Raven likes books. But I haven't been reading, and it's awful. Lately, after I finished all of my orders, I did start reading more, and it was wonderful. I am hoping to read 1 or 2 books a month, but it has to be a new book. It can't be a reread. Those don't count. I'm not saying I'm not allowed to do them, but they don't count. And I even set up like a reading log in my bullet journal. I would like to start doing more audiobooks just because I love that I can crochet and knit while I'm working or while I'm reading, listening. So I would like to do like 4 this year if I can afford it. I know Audible is pretty cheap. It's not a priority by any means right now, so it's not going to happen. I'm not getting a subscription for it. And I would like to read 2 self-help / like non-fiction books this year. I think all books in general have something you can learn from them, but I think purposefully picking out a book with the intent to learn from it just sounds like something that I should try. And I have some, and I don't think I've read them. I might have started one of them but not actually read. Yeah, that was our last goal and resolution for the year. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any resolutions, drop them down. I really want to hear what you guys have to say, and I might copycat you, just saying. And please make sure you are subscribed, and I will see you next time. Bye!